Hi friends from around the world, welcome to today's session. It's about trademarks, it's about non-registered trademarks, and it is about tokenization. So the tokenization, I presented you from different angle. Last time it was on the patent side, where the patents can be exploited from pre-filing onwards through the tokenization, so a kind of tokenization. Or I talked you through the NFTs on the trademark, on the patent side, on the design side, more on the design side, and the copyright, which is not yet covered. Well, I talked you through that. And today is still a different angle, which I want to present you, and I think it is something new. At least I didn't know it or didn't realize it until a month ago or so. When I came across, well, I will come to this. Tokenization, I will not repeat myself, you know what it is. It has to do with the blockchain, right? And is a piece of something, of an ensemble. It is a autograph. It is what it is, a kind of a copyright or not copyright. Well, I talked you through that and I want to repeat that. Today, I want to come to something different. Tokenization, yes, but to something different, and that is football. I see the smile on your face. It is not something technical, boring trademark issue. No, it is something a very bit different. Football, why not? So you have the Real Madrid, you have the Manchester United and City, you have the Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, which is my club. So there's a lot of clubs from around the world who have a fan community, and that is my point here. They have a fan community, and a fan community which is not limited to the country. No, it can be from around the world. So in China, they like FC Barcelona, or in Australia, they're a fan of Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know. You have people from around the world who are fan of something, of some football club. Or you have, well, the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers with Michael Jordan. You have a fan community which is fond of just the Lakers, of NBA as well, but the Lakers in particular. Now, that fan community, how is it commercially exploited by the clubs? Well, first, is Real Madrid a trademark? Or is Arsenal London, is that a trademark? Or the FC Barcelona? I don't know whether they have a registered trademark. Probably yes, but I'm not sure. What they have is a fan club. And even if they are not registered, they are kind of a business identifier. Everybody knows who is the Real Madrid, right? So they have a fan community of what? Of 4 million, 40 million, 400 million people, I don't know, from around the world. Now, how are they exploiting? You know, they have a broadcast with regard to football, broadcast rights, and they have the merchandising, and they have the entry fees for their games, etc. And they may even go to I don't know, Southeast Asia for a pre-Liga meeting or play game, and to get the entry fees from that. But this is very limited. They cannot do more due to the calendar, which is already quite tight for these clubs. Now, what they want to do is merchandising. For example, you know, these scarves which the football fans bring to the game. But during the pandemic, this is a bit going down with the merchant. Now, the second possibility now, a possibility which has to do with the tokenization, with the blockchain. And where does that go? Well, you have on the crypto world, you have practically two crypto worlds. One is Bitcoin, which is a liga on its own. It's completely decentralized, which are not the others, the so-called altcoins. But altcoins is, so Bitcoin is 50% or roughly 50% of 45% of all the market. So it's more than 2 trillion, and 1 trillion of asset is Bitcoin, a league on its own. The others is altcoin. Altcoin is probably not the right word for it, because they are not really coins. They are not necessarily unit of value. They are not comparable to money. Not all of them. Some are, but not all of them. The stable coins, for example, they are. One stable coin, $1, and you can spend just like the dollar, but on stable coins. That would be a possibility, and this exists on altcoins. Now, I want to go through you a kind of a tokenization, now a kind of coins as well, which have to do with football. How is that possible? Yes, Lazio, Rome, and that is my point. Therefore, I realized that possibility. Lazio, Rome has tokens, you know, a kind of IPO. They had made a public offering of some tokens through one of the blockchain's applications. In that case, it was Binance, I think. It's also a mastodont as such, but nothing comparable with regard to Bitcoin. So they have offered some coins of Lazio Rome, $1 each, to the fan community. So that would be the fan community who would buy that. But why would they buy it? And that was my trigger point. Why would they buy it? In order to support their club? Well, that could be one. If they are very fond of the club and they want to show that they support their club, well, they would buy some coins. But what would be the fate of these coins? What would they do with these coins? Well, these are not physical coins, right? It is something in the blockchain, in the cyberspace, and it is a propriety, as an asset in cyberspace, what they would have. What would they do with that? I don't know. And I realized then, why is it not that the football club would offer through kind of lotteries perhaps, that the holder of these coins, they get the possibility to go to the VIP site during the game and have some good dinner or lunch with the important people there. Or it could be that they go to the training of the players, where they are on the field, and they can interact with them. They can probably talk to them for a moment. Or if they would offer the possibility to have a dinner or lunch together, 6 fans and 1 player they are all fond of, and talk to them through and get this experience. Or they would get the possibility of an autograph of an football of all the players of one, or a football itself, which had, they won some Champions League game, and that was one of the footballs of this Champions League games. And on top of it, they have an autograph on it. Or they get the possibility to have the tickets and not queue up whatever queue there is on a big Champions League game, but they got the possibility through holding a certain amount of coins in order to get into this entry tickets to this. Does that sound interesting for you? Are you fond of any club around the world? You may have. So you have the NBA in the US, or the American football in the US, or you have, I don't know, the rugby in South Africa or in New Zealand, or you have the cricket in the West Indies, or you may have other sports games I don't know for the moment. But this possibility exists. Are you convinced? For those who are not convinced, I give you a second argument. So these from Lazio Rome, I made reference before. These from Lazio Rome that were sold by $1, I think, $1. $1 per coin. You could buy, I don't know, whatever amount of coins, but this time it was linked to Binance Holding. So Binance is another coin, and according to the quantity of Binance coins you had, you would get some Lazio Rome coins. So that was linked to one to the other, right? So that was good for Binance and that was good for Lazio Rome, because the quantity, that is another issue, the quantity of the Lazio Rome tokens, that could be limited. That could be limited to, I don't know, 4 million coins, whereas the demand would be for, I don't know, for 10 million coins at the beginning. So there is an assessment beforehand, right? And what happens? Now, you get allocated, I don't know, 100 coins of Lazio Rome. That is good. That satisfies your demand with regard to that proportion you had with the Binance coins. But then what? You know, that is trading on, like stocks. It is trading on the crypto world. And what happened to Lazio Rome coins? Well, it went up tenfold. So you pay $1 and you get $10 within days. So that is a possibility. This is not financial advice I'm giving here, right? You make your own due diligence and you do what works for you. I will not give you here financial advice. But I give you the possibilities of looking into a new business model, which would give you the possibility also to participate in an industry which is now going on, so which is unfolding in front of our eyes. So that is a possible existing possibility. Not only that we have the football game club is profiting from a different angle, profiting from its trademark, from its goodwill, so to say, goodwill among the consumers, among the fans from around the world. They would not get into touch without that possibility. They may get into touch only through, I don't know, through merchandising something, or through some games they would play in whatever country it is. That is limited to that possibility. But now you have the global world with a different angle. You satisfy your consumer base, so your fan club, with something new. They want to have it. And they get probably the possibility through lottery or whatever, I can imagine, that the possibility to get closer, to get some experience, proper experience together with the team. And on top of it, it is a kind of investment. They may get out of it some percentage gains. We don't know. It is completely unknown how this will unfold. I give you only a perspective on what can happen. No financial advice though, right? So what is it limited to sports events? Well, probably not. So I'm the Catholic Church. They have a lot of believers, right? They believe in Christianity. So there is a possibility. I don't say that the church will materialize this. That is a hypothetical situation here, which I give you as an example, which can unfold at a certain moment, or not unfold, because the church is nothing for exploitation of this kind of things. But it is a hypothetical example only. Or think of some in the gaming industry. You have heard of the Squid Game? That was a movie very recently, and that unfold into a game from the gaming industry and get some traction there on that market, on that fan community. So why not making out of this something like a tokenization and a possibility to participate in, I don't know, future evolvement of this game, or making other twists where you can enter into it, or if that game has you have to buy for it, so you get a reduction in order to, or you get a possibility to have for 15 days or for 1 month at the beginning, the possibility to game with it, and then all the others will come afterwards. So the gaming industry is also a kind of community, and a global community again, so we can reach to the global world at the same time. So this is not anymore linked to any country. Or you put it the other way around. Why do not you identify a kind of possibility to build this tokenization for a community which exists in your country? So you would profit from it, from the exploitation of the business model as such, right? Perhaps for the first time you will not get much money out of it, but once you are in the game and once you get the knowledge how to evolve with it, then you have a business model for your own. So doesn't seem this a bit appealing to you? I don't know, perhaps. Perhaps it's unfolding in front of us and we don't see it. And perhaps I'm wrong, but perhaps I'm right as well, right? So this is a new form of exploitation, of monetization of your trademark. Is it a registered or non-registered trademark? Well, that's not important. It is important whether it is a famous trademark which was able to build a kind of fan community around them. Apple, why not? Apple is a fan community. Bitcoin, well, they have the initials of Bitcoin. There are fans of it. They saw Bitcoin as an instrument in order to change the world, but they were fond of that. So the hodl, all the hodl issues, the Bitcoin, right? They would not sell it. They would not sell it whatever price it goes down. No, it is a kind of a convincement of something, of an instrument of this. So this fan community, this is what you need to identify. Thank you for tuning in.